Now we are going to discuss about beta decay. So there is a three types of beta decays are possible. First one is beta minus decay. Second one is beta plus decay, and third one is K capture. Okay, so this type of three types of beta decay is possible. So when any nuclei is unstable due to the nuclear forces, so the composition of nuclei is release some energy in the form of beta particle. Okay, and when this energy is released from the nucleus, excess energy, this nucleus is comes to rest, comes to stable. Okay, so unstable nucleus just becomes a stable by the radiation of maybe beta minus, maybe beta plus, and the third one is K capture. K capture is also similar to the beta decay. Okay, so let's we discuss about this first one. What is beta minus decay? So first case out of this, beta minus decay. So beta minus is generally represented like this. See, it is also represented like this, minus 1e0. This is the electron. This is the electron. So when electrons comes out from the atom, from the nucleus, so this is a beta decay. So beta minus decay is also represented like this, minus 1e0. Okay, this is another symbolic form of beta minus decay. So what happened in this case of beta minus decay? Let's we understand the situation. So you have some let's we write a nuclear reaction. You have some atoms. Consider you have some atoms. So sorry, nucleus. So this nucleus is released the beta minus decay. So how the electrons is come out from this nucleus? So that is a one process. So here in this case, the neutron is generally denoted like this, is converted into proton. Neutron actually is converted into proton like this, 1p1 plus, and this one electrons is also produced here, so minus 1e0. Now you take a summation, balance this equation. Here 0, so 1 minus 1 0, here 1, and 1 plus 0 1. So this reaction is balanced. So when the beta minus decay is possible, beta minus decay occurs in any nucleus, then neutron is converted into proton and electron. Neutron is a neutral one. Neutron is a neutral particle. Okay, means there is no charge. But when you consider the proton and electron, both are combined together, then again the total charge is what? 0. So here neutron is converted into proton and electron. So this is the beta minus. What is this? Beta minus decay, nothing else. Okay, so this is the standard process in which beta minus is beta minus decay is produced. Okay, now in this situation, how you write a nuclear reactions? So let's write a nuclear reaction. Very simple. Suppose consider you have some nuclei ZXA. You have some nuclei ZXA. Now with this nucleus, beta minus is decay occurs with this nucleus. So what happened? Beta minus means what? Minus 1e0. So here the something is produced, plus minus 1e0. Plus minus 1e0. So here we balance this equation. So x is converted into maybe y. X is converted into y. So here total z. So here you put some value. So this total is becomes a z. So here minus 1. So you balance this equation. So you must be put here z plus 1, because here minus 1. So you write here plus 1. So here total z. So z plus 1 minus 1. So total is what? Z. Okay, now balance this atomic mass. A, here 0, so here what? The same one. A, no change. Why? Total here A, and here also A plus 0 is equal to A. So this is the nuclear reaction in a beta minus. So, okay, and one another particle is produced with the beta minus, and this particle is a antineutrino. About neutrino and antineutrino we discuss at the end of this topic. Okay, but this is the nuclear reaction. Here this is called a beta minus. This is called a beta minus. You must be remember like this. So this type of nuclear reactions is writing here. And have you let's discuss one example. So if you consider the situation, then for in case of beta minus is produced, then 15p 32, you consider this one phosphorus. Now suppose phosphorus is unstable and it is converted, it is becomes a stable due to the emission of beta minus, then P is converted into -1E0 plus antineutrino. Here this is the some energy. Here also energy is released. Here this energy is released. Okay, and this energy is in terms of in the form of kinetic energy of beta minus. Here whatever the energy is released is in the form of kinetic energy of beta minus. We discuss about energy after completion of this example. So this 15, here something is produced, new nuclei, beta minus and antineutrino. So what is produced here? So here Z, then here Z plus 1, because we balance this. So 15, so 15 plus 1, how much? 16. Here there is no change, A. So here 32. So the new element is formed having a atomic number 16. So this is what? Sulfur. So this is the one example of beta minus decay. This is the one example of beta minus decay. So phosphorus converted into sulfur, 15 to 16. So what is the conclusion of this? See, here Z is changed but A does not. So in case of beta decay, A is always remains same in any type of beta decay. In any type of beta decay, A is always same. Let's say this is a note for all of you. A does not change. In the second case we get the same result, don't worry, at the time we discuss about it, but A does not change. Okay, here A is remains same. If you consider this beta minus decay, then Z is becomes Z plus 1. So Z is increased by 1. Z is becomes Z plus 1. So Z is increased by 1. So in case of beta minus decay, Z increased by 1 after process. After process, Z is increased by 1 in this case. Okay, so this is the simple situation, you must be noted. Okay, now let's see comes to this energy equation. So what is the Q value of this relation? So that is a note for all of us. How we get this Q value for the beta decay? So Q value of beta minus decay. Q value of beta minus decay. So the case is very simple. We have this relation. Okay, but here electrons is also counting. So in the calculation of this Q value, we also count the mass of electron, because electrons is present. Up to this whatever we are solving the problem in which electrons is not considered, but here the electrons is produced. Okay, so electrons are, mass of electron is also considered in case of beta decay. Let's write this value. So what is the Q value of this one? So Q is equal to delta M into 931.5 MeV. This is the Q value, equation number 1. But the question is, problem is what is delta M here? So delta M, you just use this value. Delta M is the mass defect in this relation. So let's find the mass defect. Mass defect. So mass defect, delta M is equal to left hand side total mass with electron. Left hand side total mass with electron. So what is this left hand side total mass? Let's suppose the atomic mass, so atomic mass of X is mx. So total left hand side mass of nucleus is mx, minus how many electrons are present in this element. If any element, if Z is a Z proton, then this atom must be contain the Z electron. If you consider the helium, 2He4, 2 proton, it means 2 electron. If you consider the boron, 5B, so 5 proton, it means there is a 5 electron. So what in any nuclei, whatever the number of proton, the same number of electrons are also present over there. So mx, this is the total mass of this element. Again, mx is the total mass of the element, whatever the element is present. If you consider, this is total mass of phosphorus, this one total mass of sulfur. Okay, so like this. So total mass of this one is what? mx. So we consider the nuclear reaction, so subtract the mass of electron. But how many electrons are present here? Z electrons. So minus z into mass of electron. This is the total nucleus mass on left hand side. This one is the total nucleus mass on left hand side. Now comes to the right hand side. Right hand side total mass. So minus left hand side minus right hand side mass. This is a mass defect delta M. So what is the mass of this one? So mass of Y. Mass of Y minus how many electrons are present here? Z plus 1. Z plus 1. So minus Z plus 1 mass of electrons. So this is the mass of nucleus of the Y. But again one electron is present additionally. So plus mass of electron. So this is and this one is not counted because its rest mass is almost 0. The antineutrino mass is almost 0. Okay, so we are not counting this mass. We discuss about neutrino and antineutrino later on, but this is the relation. Now let's simplify this relation, so we get the final answer of mass defect and we put here. So let's simplify. So mx minus zme minus my minus minus plus minus minus plus. So plus zme minus minus again plus me, and this one is Z plus 1 and this is plus me, like this. Here the small mistake, plus minus me, so this is the minus me. So anything is cancel out, then cancel it. So what is this? See, minus zme plus zme cancel out, then after plus me minus me cancel out because plus and minus. So what is delta M in this relation? So here finally we get this delta M is equal to mass of X element minus mass of Y element. This is the mass defect in case of beta minus decay. Okay, so in this way you just get this answer. So put this value in this relation, so you get the Q value of the beta minus decay. So that is a quite important notes you must be note here. Okay, again delta M is equal to mx minus my in case of beta minus decay, where what is mx and my? Mx and my both are the mass of element X and mass of element Y. So this way. Now let's come to this discussion of beta plus decay. Second case, beta plus decay. So beta plus decay. So in case of exactly similar to this is the electron. So similarly here this is the proton, not proton but it is a positive charge. It is denoted as plus 1e0. So here which relation is neutron is converted into proton? So exactly opposite of this one. Here the neutron proton is converted into neutron. Here neutron converted into proton. In this process proton converted into neutron. So what is proton? 1p0 is converted into 0 and 1 plus 1e0. See, in this relation 1p0, so 0 and 1 plus 1e0. So balance this. Here 1, 0 plus 1, 1. Here 0, sorry 1p1 always, my mistake. Proton is denoted 1p1. So 1 in this here, so 1 plus 0, 1, like this. So how to write the nuclear reaction for this beta plus decay? So exactly similar to this nuclear reaction. Lights nuclear reaction, exactly similar to this one. Suppose this element is produced beta plus decay, so ZXA is produced beta plus decay, means plus 1 is 0. What is this? Beta plus. Okay, so and with this neutrino is produced here, anti-neutrino is produced here, neutrino is produced. Now what is the element here? So balance this relation. Here you Z and here you write the plus 1. So here you must be write Z minus 1. So total is Z minus 1 plus 1, same one. Now here is A, so there is no change here, so 0, so you must be right here A, so that is the new element Y. So X is converted into Y and the beta plus decay is occurs here. So exactly this type of relation is writing here on with the beta plus decay, and the energy is released. Energy is released, and we discuss about the released energy later on. Okay, but this is the simple situation. So if you consider this relation, then what is there is any example we have? Then we have a very simple example. Let's take the example. Suppose you can say 11 sodium 22. This is the one example for the beta plus decay. So here something is produced with the beta plus, means plus 1 is 0 plus neutrino, so that is the beta plus. Balance the relation. So 11, here 1 is already used, so remaining is how much? 11 minus 1, so that is a 10, so 10. Now 22, here 0, so 22, so 22 plus 0, 22. So Na is converted into Na, so sodium is converted into neon, like this. So this is the one example. If you count the Q value of any this type of relation, exactly similar to this one, so write this in a note. Q value, how you get this Q value for the beta plus decay? So again, Q is equal to delta M into 931.5 mV. This relation does not change. Equation number 2. Here already we give equation number 1, so consider it is equation number 2. For beta minus decay, use this delta M. Now let's we find the delta M in this case. So mass defect. Okay, what is the mass defect here? So mass defect is equal to delta M is equal to, again electron is counted, total mass of this element. So what is total mass? Suppose mx, how many electrons? Again Z, so minus Z, sorry Z me, total mass left hand side. What is total mass right hand side? So minus Z. What is the mass of Y? Consider it is my. What is how many electrons are present? Z minus 1, so plus minus Z minus 1 me. This is the mass of nucleus of Y. This one is the mass of nucleus of Y. This is the mass of nucleus of X, like this. But additional electrons is present here. See, this is the additional electrons is present. So add this electron here. So plus me plus me, additional electron. So additional electron, like this. So gives us some simplification. So mx minus zme minus my minus my, minus plus zme, minus plus minus me, and plus minus me, like this. Okay, now anything is cancelled, then cancel it. Minus zme plus zme, this minus and minus, it is becomes a 2. So what is this delta M here? So in this case, delta M is equal to mx minus my minus 2me. This is the mass defect in case of beta plus decay. this is the mass defect in case of beta minus, both are different. See, if you use this equation, you get this answer for the q value of beta minus decay. If you use this relation over here, then you get the answer of q value of beta plus decay, and this both are different. And one note again, another notes here, exactly similar to this one. See, here z is becomes z plus 1, here z is becomes z minus 1, but here the a is as it is, so here also a is as it is. So we can write down for beta plus decay, a does not change, but z is becomes z minus 1, means z is decreased by 1. So we write down here z is decreased by 1, z is decreased by 1. Okay, now sometimes this question is asking to all of you, find the kinetic energy of beta particle. Find the kinetic energy of beta particle. So this kinetic energy, whatever the, and this q value is produced here, it is shared between these two elements. Okay, so write another note for both of this. This note is for both of this. Okay, both beta plus decay as well as beta minus decay. That is a special notes. Special note for beta decay. Special notes for a beta decay. Actually the case is very simple. See, here the x, so x is converted into y plus beta plus or beta minus. So how much energy is released? In this case, this much of energy is released, this much. In this case, this much of energy is released. So plus some energy is released, q. Okay, actually this energy is released in the form of kinetic energy of this both particles. So we can say that this q value is shared between beta particle and daughter nucleus y. This q value is shared between these two, between beta particle and nucleus y. If it is at rest, see, initially this one is at rest, and if y is at rest, then beta particle having maximum kinetic energy. So this is the special note. If y is at rest, then beta particle having maximum kinetic energy. Why? Because initially, see, if y is also moving, beta is also moving, both are moving, then this q value is shared between these two. This q value is shared between these two. So some of this energy is gained by the y, and some of this energy is gained by the beta. So there is some sharing. But if you consider all the energies, this y is at rest, and this and neutrino is also at rest. Neutrino or antineutrino also at rest. If both are at rest, then all the q value is just gained by the beta only. So if the y is at rest, then the beta particle having a maximum kinetic energy. How much this maximum? This maximum is equal to q value of the particular relation. If you think about the beta minus, this one is equal to kmax. If you think about the beta plus, then this one is equal to kmax. Okay, so this is a quite important theory. All of you guys note down this all the thing. Then after we have comes to this third case, K capture. So note it. Okay, now let us discuss about K capture. So that is a third case of beta decay. K capture. So as we studied in atoms, so the first shell of any element is called a K shell. So you consider the nucleus, that is a nucleus. Okay, and this nucleus is given like, atom is given like this. So that is a shell. So that is a first shell, that is a second shell. So this first shell is called a K shell. So what is the K capture actually? So K capture is nothing. See, if this electron in a K shell, if electron of the K shell, any electron of the K shell is just jump into the nucleus. This electron of the K shell is jump into the nucleus, means it is captured by the nucleus. The K shell electron is captured by the nucleus. Then this type of process is called a K capture. This K capture process is exactly similar to the beta plus decay. Let us discuss about this type of process. So in this case, you consider this is the one element X. This is the one element, and this element is written like this ZXA. So after K capturing, it is converted into Y. After doing this process, this is converted into Y. Let us write this value of this Y. This nucleus representation of the Y here. So how we write the nuclear reaction in K capture? All of you guys write down the notes here. What is K capture? So we'll write the definition on the margin. If K shell electron is captured by the nucleus of any element, then this process is called a K capture. Let's write a nuclear reaction. Simple one. Nuclear reaction. So which element right now before K capture? ZXA. So ZXA. One electron is added. Then the Y is formed. So 1 electrons is added, minus 1 is 0, and it is converted into Y. So this is converted into Y. So write this value. So here Z minus 1. So this particle having a atomic number Z minus 1. A plus 0. So here it is A. See here, if you compare this one, A does not change. So in any type of beta decay, A does not change, but Z becomes Z minus 1. So Z is decreased by 1. So I am telling to all of you, this process is similar to the beta plus decay. So here also we write this thing, Z is decreased by 1. Z is decreased by 1, and this is the one simple situation. Ready? So how we write the mass defect or Q value here? So let's we write a note here. Q value. So what is the Q value of this relation? So Q is equal to again delta M into 931.5 MeV. Again find the mass defect in this relation. To get this answer, first we require a mass defect. Whatever the mass defect you get here, so we put in this equation, so finally get the Q value. So what is the Q value in this process? So plus energy, and this energy is a Q value. Let's find it. So mass defect delta M is equal to total mass left hand side minus total mass right hand side. What is total mass left hand side? So total mass left hand side is mx, electrons is related, so minus how many electrons? Z electrons, so minus Z me, and this one so plus me. So this is left hand side mass. Again total element mass is mx, element mass is, this is the Z, this is the Z. Okay, element mass is mx. How many electrons? Z, so minus Z me. This is additional electron, so plus me. This is total left hand side mass. Comes to the right hand side mass, so that is a Y, so minus element Y mass. How many electrons? Z minus 1 electrons, so minus Z minus 1 electron. So let's simplify this relation. So finally we get this answer is equal to mx minus zme plus me minus my, minus minus plus zme, minus minus plus, plus minus minus me. Okay, now anything is cancelled out, then cancel it. See zme me cancel out. So what is delta M? So finally you get this answer of delta M is equal to mx minus my, the mass of element x minus mass of element y. You put this value into this equation, so you get the answer of q value in case of k capture. And this type of example is given in our textbook actually, k capture example. So all of you guys try to solve this example from the textbook. So this is the, write down, this is the example. K capture is the exercise example 13.22, example 13.22. so this is homework. Try to solve out this problem by yourself. If any doubt, then ask me, okay, later on. Okay, so K capture is the process when the electrons, K shell electrons is captured by the nucleus, and thus all the theory of this process is given like this. And this this method, the K capture process example, is given in our textbook, and this example is 13.22. so try to solve out this example by yourself. Okay, now pause your screen and note this, and also solve this example at your home. Okay.